Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Dead Meat. The kill count for the 2023 movie. It's a Wonderful Knife. Let's hop in and see how this knife became so absolutely knife. I'm sorry. I'm just having a laugh, y'all. Anyway, let's hop in and see just how many people die in this parody of an old movie from like the 50s.
Dead Meat is hosting a special live holiday show on Sunday, December 22nd. In-person tickets are already sold out, but you can join us on our live stream. Just get tickets for the live stream at the link shown on the screen or in the video description. This is a special 2-hour event that won't be released publicly afterwards. So if you want to join us for games, giveaways, and special guests, get your tickets right now. Stream viewers will have the chance to win digital codes for movies. And if you can't catch it live, you can watch the VOD for 48 hours. But after that, it's gone! We put a lot of work into this and we're super excited for it. So hope to see you on Sunday, December 22nd at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be wearing these little elf costumes.
Oh damn, I'm already way late. Oh well.
Merry Christmas and welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up
James, why do you not have a shirt on under that?
the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at It's a Wonderful Knife. Released in 2023. It's a Wonderful Knife is the latest movie that puts a horror spin on a classic film. We've had Groundhog Day but horror, Back to the Future but horror, and Freaky Friday but horror. As suggested by its title, It's a Wonderful Knife is a slasher take on the Christmas classic It's a Wonderful Life. Stop that! After a serial killer called the Angel terrorizes her small town, a traumatized teenager named Winnie wishes she was never born. Is that gonna be a problem, YouTube? The wish comes true and Winnie realizes how much worse things would be without her, and how many more people would get killed. Oh, thanks, Winnie. Just go ahead and make my job harder. Knife was written by Michael Kennedy, who also wrote Freaky and this year's Time Cut, as well as the upcoming Hard Eyes. It's a Wonderful Life was his late father's favorite movie and a yearly holiday staple for his family, so he decided to pay tribute to it in horror comedy form.
It's a Wonderful Life, but what if Jimmy Stewart stopped Jason Voorhees?
Directing his script is Tyler McIntyre, who did the enjoyable Tragedy Girls as well as the VHS 99 segment, The Gawkers. He was also one of a few writers on Five Nights at Freddy's. With Knife, Kennedy and McIntyre wanted to satirize the over-the-top sweetness of Hallmark movies. So, if you find it cheesy, they did their job right. Nothing about this movie is subtle, including the bad guy ripped straight from its source material, an evil businessman who wants to bulldoze a small town as part of a greedy real estate scheme. The cheesiness is a feature, not a bug. Oh, also, the movie's gay as hell.
We are in fact married and not roommates.
Writer Kennedy is a proud gay man, so he writes a lot of gay characters into his movies. Makes sense to me. Dude's writing what he wants to see.
As we made them.
I mean, as long as he's not just pouring it in and overdoing it, it should be fine. And as they say, write it organic, not artificial. No, wait, there's something else they say, but I don't remember it. Moving on.
Movie, and as we were prepping the movie and stuff, it just got gayer and gayer and gayer and gayer and gayer.
Christmas horror is a popular subgenre, and this is an enjoyable, festive addition to it. I liked it even more on a second watch, when my brain wasn't tied up trying to track the story. The two lead actors are excellent. Jane Woodop from Yellow Jackets gives a sharp and capable presence to the final girl. And Jess McLeod from One of Us is Lying is both hilarious and heart-wrenchingly emotional, depending on the scene. But mostly, this is a good Christmas horror movie because it's riddled with holiday cheer and Scream-inspired slasher antics, which of course includes a whole bunch of kills. How much Christmas carnage did this atrocious angel leave under the tree? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Hey, no sponsor segment.
The movie
It's been a
begins with
while.
an ad narrated by Justin Long in his best Uncle Baby Billy cosplay. Spray-tanned real estate mogul Henry Waters is hawking Waters Cove, a giant shopping center he wants to build in the quaint town of Angel Falls.
My Angel Falls. Hey, you!
He compares Waters Cove to the Grove, an outdoor mall in Los Angeles that's honestly the most Christmassy part of the city during the holiday season, except for maybe Candy Cane Lane. The halls of Angel Falls have been decked the fuck out. Waters flips a switch to light up the town's giant Christmas tree that glows even brighter than his veneers. For this holiday spectacle, production put a 20-foot fake Christmas tree on top of the 12-foot tree their location keeps up all year round. The movie was shot in Vancouver in early spring, when it was still chilly enough to see the actor's breath without CG. It was too late for snow though, so that was sourced from local ice skating rinks that were being shaved. Bubbly teen Winnie Carruthers snaps a blurry photo of the holiday cheer for her school yearbook. She's here with her family, Dad David, Mom Judy, and brother Jimmy, a handsome popular football player. On the way back to their car, the Carruthers family is ambushed by Waters, who is also David's boss. He's joined by his failed brother Buck, who likes to fuck.
Yo, TikTok. If you ever wanted to see my dick, Merry Christmas to you.
Stockings aren't the only thing that's hung around here. Even though it's frickin' Christmas Eve, Henry pulls David away from his family for some business! He's a Dickensian bad guy
Damn
who
it.
needs David's help to convince a local elder named Roger Evans to sell his house. It's the last one standing
Wait.
in the way of Waters Cove. Roger's
Evans?
played by William B. Davis, best known as the Smoking Man on The X-Files. He refuses to part with his
Oh.
historical house. He wants to make sure his granddaughter Kara gets to inherit it. Henry won't be able to
Aw.
convince him, no matter how much he bats those baby blues. The creepy blue contact lenses were Justin Long's idea. He wanted to base Henry Waters on prosperity televangelist Joel Osteen, which I was able to clock right away. Other influences
I don't know who that
included
is.
80s movie villains like Ted from Revenge of the Nerds, with
Never
a
saw
little
it.
Bill Clinton sprinkled in. Come on, Roger, sell the house, then we can go get some Mickey D's. Long was only on set for a week to film Knife, which he was able to do since he was already in Canada shooting the Goosebumps TV series. During production, he'd FaceTime friends and record videos of himself in character.
I'm so glad that I'm blowing up on that talk, on that tick.
Back at the Carruthers home, Judy gives Jimmy a rainbow
Okay,
ornament in a
okay.
show of cloying maternal support.
For my gay son.
The place gets gayer when Winnie and Jimmy's lesbian aunts arrive, donning all their gay apparel.
Oh,
Aunt
hey,
Gail
guys.
is played by Canadian horror icon Catherine Isabelle, who's been in, like, so many things, guys, including Freddy vs.
Hannibal.
Jason and Bones. Her character
Oh.
name, Gail Prescott, is an
Wait a minute.
obvious
Never mind, everyone. I think I was thinking of a different horror movie I've been trying to find for years, but I can't find anything. I got nothing.
Her character name, Gail Prescott, is an obvious reference to Gail Ann Sidney from Scream, a major influence on this movie. And speaking of influences, her wife Karen is played by Cassandra Now, last seen on the Kill Count in Influencer.
Oh,
Although she loves
yeah.
them, Winnie ditches her fam for her boyfriend's Christmas party.
Get fucked up. Gail. Judy.
She goes with Kara, granddaughter of Roger Evans, who happens to be her BFF. You can tell since they've got a secret handshake. Kara's feeling stressed about the rising tide of Henry Waters, always pressuring her pop-pop to part with his place. Poor guy just wants to live out his retirement in peace, but he can't with people knocking on his door all night. He goes to answer
gonna
it,
die.
only to find there's no one there. Huh, that's weird. Oh shit,
Yep.
it's albino Ghostface! It's a masked killer dressed like the angel on top of the town Christmas tree. The Ghostface of Christmas
called
present tackles Evans to the ground and slits his throat, our first victim on the count. The angel killer's expressionless mask was inspired by faceless porcelain Christmas tree angels. The motif extends to his weapon of choice, a dagger with wings on the hilt. His robe and gloves were
Level.
inspired by Ghostface, naturally. During the writing process, they referred to him as Reverse Ghostface. The girls get to the party and meet up.
Oh yeah, because Ghostface is dressed in all black and has an actual visible face. This has a dress in all white and no visible face. So I get that reason.
With her friend Darla. Winnie waves at a shy girl across the room, but is warned against making friends with her by Darliana Grande.
Ew. No. Don't talk to weirdo.
And that's not just loathing, unadulterated loathing. Everyone at school calls her weirdo. Womp womp. The girls are joined
Why?
by Winnie's boyfriend Robbie and her brother Jimmy. I love how being gay doesn't take away Jimmy's ability to be a himbo jock.
Later virgins.
Michael Kennedy partly based Jimmy on himself, since he was also a queer athlete in high school. Makes sense to me, dude is
Oh.
tall and built. I was
Okay.
taken aback when I met him in person for Scream Dreams. The teens begin to pair off and head outside to hook up, but the angel killer wants in on the action too. Kara's crush Eddie is the first to be killed, stabbed with a candy cane decoration mid-makeout,
Oh.
which is then shoved through the back of his head and out his mouth. The killer stabs
Impressive.
Kara through the forearm, and there's no one around to help her except that Greg way back there. Come on, man, call Danny or something. Kara flees down Candy Cane Lane and back to the party, where she cries out for help, but the killer catches up and
And
turns her into a
slain.
bloody window display.
And now with her dead, there's no one left to inherit the house, meaning that rich jackass can now buy it from the city with no issues.
Damn, that is a great horror movie scream. Winnie's a proactive best friend
That's a
and fights the
shame.
angel, breaking her camera against his face. He chases her into the forest and is about to stab her in what looks like a Mortal Kombat stage when Jimmy tackles him to the ground.
Oh, bitch!
He doesn't. The skidibblings skedaddle out of there, only for the angel to catch up. He pins Jimmy down and gets ready to turn him into mincemeat. Winnie thinks fast, grabs a pair of jumper cables, and Christmas lights the angel up. With the killer dead, Winnie does the thing every final girl dreams of and takes off his mask.
Yes,
And
thank you. Who
surprise,
is it?
it's Henry Waters. Only 16 minutes in, and
Oh.
we've killed the killer and revealed his identity. I don't know what else to
That
do
was-
at this point, except for maybe a title card. It's also a good time for a commercial
Huh.
break. This this time one featuring David and Jimmy. With Waters dead, Carruthers Family Realty has become the biggest name in town, bringing them local notoriety and wealth. It's Christmas Eve again, 1 year after Henry Waters' murder spree, and Winnie's not really feeling the holiday spirit. She's grieving her dead best friend, and she just got rejected from the photography program at NYU.
Damn
you should have
it.
learned to focus your
That
camera,
sucks.
Win, or, you know, not still be using that busted-ass one. The rest of the Carruthers fam is Mary and
If anything, when you have that busted camera, you gotta separate it and just turn it into some kind of decoration. Coffee table block, or I don't know.
especially David.
Do you smell that? It's Christmas.
That night, the family gathers around to watch Hallmark movies and open a Christmas Eve gift. Winnie gets a pink velour tracksuit, an unsubtle encouragement for her to exercise more. Even worse is that she's pressured to try it on for everyone.
Jesus Christmas.
It's the teenage girl version of the pink bunny suit in A Christmas Story.
Oh,
You look like
God.
a pink nightmare.
Meanwhile,
I watched that movie a few nights ago with my family, and I feel so bad for that kid.
Jimmy's Christmas Eve gift is a
Also,
shiny...
hold on. Second thing, when anyone else watched the movie, the narrator, did it sound like Adam friggin' West to anyone else? Because it did to me. I had to Google it thinking it was Adam West, but no, it was not Adam West. It was just a guy that sounds like Adam West.
new truck. He's clearly become the favorite child thanks to working with his dad.
Dad gets me a lesbian tracksuit.
Hey, we would never wear that.
Sorry, Aunt Gail.
Yeah, you should be sorry, Win. Your gay aunts are the only ones who recognize the sibling inequality. Her parents are completely clueless and just happy to be rich, I guess. They don't see the trauma their daughter's living with.
I killed Mr. Waters. I burnt him to a crisp, and we never talk about it.
Shocked him to a crisp. You didn't burn him.
The town never talks about it.
To get inside Winnie's emotional...
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we supposed to go into detail that you killed a killer? Come on now. Oh no, you're technically the town hero. You killed a bastard that killed people.
State
Come
at
on
this
now.
point. Jane Woodop researched what it was like for people who killed someone in self-defense.
A lot of it is just pure grief.
She leaves the bad vibes
Actually,
and heads to
yeah, I
Robbie's
can
Christmas
understand that.
party. It's kind of like the one from last year, only the teens are joined by a random middle-aged neighbor for some reason. Oh, I see. The reason is drugs. Weirdo's there
Of
too.
course.
Her real name's Bernie, but the other kids are sticking to the moniker.
Get out of here, weirdo.
You have a very good name.
Winnie finds her boyfriend in the laundry room trying
Have
to
a good
stuff
day.
Darla's stocking. Turns out they've been hooking up behind her back for the past year. Merry shitmas. Winnie tells them off and takes a
Damn.
walk, thinking about how she has no school, no boyfriend, and a dead best friend. Wait a minute, is that an Aurora Borealis? This time of year? Localized entirely in Angel Falls? Like George Bailey in
I
It's
was
a
just about
Wonderful
to
Life.
say.
Winnie gets to a bridge and contemplates the crappy new year.
Everyone would be better off. If I was
Oh no, why do you think
never
that?
born.
At those words, the aurora begins to glow bright green before the sky
And
goes dark,
so
along
be it.
with all the surrounding lights. Winnie runs up to a nearby stranger to ask if he saw what happened, but he's not seeing much of anything, not with that big old knife in his eye.
Ooh.
The angel is here and he's killing again. So Winnie runs screaming until she finds a police car. It belongs to Buck Waters, who is now sheriff of Angel Falls. Oh, and he has no idea who she is. In fact, no one does. Winnie's wish came true, and she's now in a version of Angel Falls where she was never born. Because of that, no one stopped the Angel's reign of terror last year. Without Winnie, the killer kept racking up bodies.
The angel strikes in a couple of weeks.
Dude, you're the sheriff. Shouldn't you do something about that? That dude got murked by a
been
teenage
trying.
girl with jumper cables. You're a grown-ass man with a
Possibly.
gun. In this alternate reality, Henry Waters is not only still alive, but now the mayor of Angel Falls.
Hi, I'm Henry Waters. You okay?
Not really, dude. Winnie hasn't figured out what's going on yet, so she runs home to her family only to find a jingle hell. Her
Bum,
mom's
bum.
drunk, her dad's depressed, and her brother Jimmy is dead. Without Winnie there to save him, he was killed last Christmas at Robbie's
Oh.
party. This new reality finally starts to sink in for Winnie after David does the Bizarro Universe's math.
I had one kid. Now I have none.
Dude got an A in Bizarro math. With nowhere else to go, Winnie heads back into town where she finds some townspeople. They live like it's they live, burning trash cans and everything. There's a nightly curfew in effect to keep people from being killed by the angel.
Demon
Why do they still
Falls.
have an angel Christmas tree topper? That's kind of fucked up, man. It'd be like Woodsboro having ghost face decorations everywhere. Oh, okay. Never mind,
there
I
it
guess.
is.
In this universe,
Scream
Henry
full.
Waters owns everything in town. And while the surrounding area is destitute, standing there shining brightly is Waters Cove. He's successfully constructed his gleaming beacon of commerce. To capture a dark and
Oh, I just saw the sign. It says, "I'm the best. The rest." dude's so full of himself, and I know that's just a character.
Movie Angel Falls, aka Demon Falls, they had to shoot in the dark. The cast and crew did weeks of night shoots, oftentimes in the rain.
We worked from
that kind of
7
sucks.
p.m. until 7 or 8 a.m. like every night for 2 weeks straight. It felt like a little bit like living in a void.
But
I
Woodup's
understand
positive
that.
attitude helped their
Petty
co-stars
dogs.
get through the grueling process.
Jane's soul sparkling energy makes the rest of us like come alive, and we're like, okay, if you could do this, we could do this.
Winnie goes to Robbie's annual party, which is like the bad kids version of the one in her universe. They're blasting metal, doing anti-Santa graffiti, and smoking some Christmas crank. It's an X-rated Xmas. Everyone's looking at Winnie like she's a creep, like she's a weirdo. Oh, wait, no, that's weirdo. My bad. She finds Bizarro Birdie, who's strangely happy to see her.
You don't know me, right?
That's right, I don't.
I guess she's just stoked to be acknowledged. That is, until Winnie has an existential crisis in front of her.
I think I'm dead or invisible.
I can see you.
Clearly
We all
invisible.
can see you, so you're not dead or invisible.
Seeing Darla and Robbie still together in this alternate reality is her breaking point, so she stumbles out into the snow, where guys are kicking each other in the nuts by the light of a roaring garbage fire.
Damn,
Wait,
it's kinda
is
hot.
alternate Angel Falls actually kind of cool? Angel Falls Prime has a saturated classic Christmas look. It almost looks like it was made for TV, which is by design. Conversely, Demon Falls has a cooler palette and a dingy.
Yeah, everything is so blue. I thought it was
The snow has
mid-scene,
gone
but-
from fluffy and white to
Damn.
dirty and gray. The Christmas lights and red solo cups have all turned blue. And the landscape as a whole has a colder, more corporate feel. Kennedy was inspired by Back to the Future 2 for this tonal shift into a dystopia.
It was like fun to kind of go from like syrupy sweet to like kids doing meth.
Yeah.
The angel
That's a
crashes the
jump.
party again, attacking neighbor Pete while he's enjoying some festive meth and Christmas lights. It starts a short chase scene where we see that the angel's a clumsy motherfucker just like Ghostface. Great! Neighbor Pete is killed in an annoyingly blinky scene by getting axed in
Damn.
front of the window. Damn, the blood really pops on that white though. Nobody notices the murder since they're too busy getting fucked up at this lame-ass party that has the local news on TV. Bernie gets picked on
Oh,
some more
boy.
until Winnie stands up for her and they leave together.
Quit pursing your lips, Vicky. Your mouth looks like an asshole. Come on, weirdo. Let's fucking go.
Asshole mouth.
That would have been great if you instead called her by her name, but one step at a time. One step at a time.
Wait, no, that's a fart. Bernie takes Winnie back to her place to show off her fashion designs and murder board. But even with all that string, she hasn't figured out what Winnie knows, that the killer is their mayor, Henry Waters. Winnie explains the whole crazy story, Aurora Wish and all. They realize the murder victims in this reality all had connections to local shops that Henry Waters wanted to drive out of business. Guys like an R-rated Scooby-Doo villain. Bernie begins to question
Oh,
if
jeez.
Winnie's story makes sense, but that's when confirmation flies through the window in the form of the angel killer. The angel grabs Winnie,
See?
so she chomps into his arm, then kicks him through a coffee table. Haha, get fun,
Oh,
dude.
that's
It's
gotta
enough
hurt
proof
back.
for Bernie to buy all the way in.
You're George Bailey. Will you be my Clarence?
Absolutely.
So, a little info for that line, since I'm guessing a bunch of you haven't seen the 1946 Frank Capra Christmas classic, It's
Unfortunately, I haven't. I know the movie, but I have never seen it.
A Wonderful Life. Which you really should, by the way. It's an incredible movie that completely holds up today. I'm
Where
serious.
can I watch
In it, a down-on-his-luck George Bailey finds himself in a similar situation to Winnie when he's visited by his guardian angel Clarence. He shows him an alternate reality where George was never born, and turns out everything sucks without George around. Clarence is a total sweetheart who helps George realize how valued he is. That's what Winnie is asking for from Bernie here. They head to the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
theater where Bernie works, which is screening A Christmas Carol, and hang on, I Know What You Did Last Christmas? Please tell me
What?
we get to see some of that. Ah, damn, they watch A Christmas Carol.
Oh,
Cowards.
that's
The
fine.
girls settle in for a long winter's nap and some hand-holding. Ooh, we must know, can this movie go gayer?
I know we just met.
Say it.
I have no doubt this town was better with you in it.
Oh yeah, it can. When Winnie wakes up, Bernie
Guess there
shows
you
her
go.
a new fixation board she made overnight. This one's about the Aurora. According to local folklore, the lights are the spirit of someone who died violently, in this case, Henry Waters.
His spirit sent you here, Winnie.
Wait, why would you do
Oh.
that? Just to kind of fuck with her? I don't know. The Aurora is starting to fade.
I
and when it's gone,
don't
Winnie will
know.
be stuck here forever. Their plan is for Winnie to kill Henry Waters again and hitch a ride home on the magic green ghost energy. They figure
It
the
could
best way to
work.
get close to Henry Waters is to talk to the guy who knows him best, Winnie's dad. Or, in this reality, a random guy who doesn't know who she is. He shuts the door in her face, but Aunt Gal decides to hear her out. To win her over quickly, Winnie proves her identity with something only her niece would know.
Your ass froze to the ground because you were rocking an Aguilarian thong at the 1999 Christmas Eve park party?
And it works! She lets them inside, where a still drunk Judy is playing reindeer games with a boy toy in the living room. It's just like Clarence said. No woman is a failure who has friends with benefits. Winnie heads upstairs to find David in his office/Jimmy shrine. They share memories of Jimmy and shed a few tears. David describes his pain in a thematically appropriate way.
One person, one life, can change everything just by being gone. And they don't even know it.
That's true.
They are so lucky that they don't get to see the pain they left in their wake.
Winnie decides to take the opening and tell David.
Weirdly, that is a very true line.
David who killed Jimmy, but he refuses to believe that his boss and best friend Henry Waters could ever do such a thing. He goes full Tara Carpenter on her. So get the fuck out of here! Winnie goes downstairs and tries to make good with her mama, but Judy's so far gone, it's about to make her sister Ginger snap.
You hear me, Judy? You're a goddamn mess!
Before they can figure out if it's worth giving her kind of family a second chance, they find the angel carving up Judy like a Christmas feast and serving up her side piece as a side dish. Nice BOGO, dude. The angel chases them upstairs, where Winnie bashes him with a family portrait. He takes a tumble down the stairs in true Ghostfacian fashion, knocking him out cold.
We have to tip over him.
Oh shit,
no,
it's
kill
the Scream
him.
2
Come
cop
on.
car scene all over again. Only, unlike Sydney,
Go down the stairs, pick up the knife, stab him in the neck, and make sure he's dead, pull off the mask.
Winnie takes full advantage of the advantage. She unmasks the killer, revealing not Henry Waters, but her father. In this reality, the grief of losing his son completely broke David Carruthers. He's been doing Henry Waters' dirty work and killing whoever he's told to. Hell, he even murdered Gal's wife Karen, which is why she's nowhere to be found. Damn, David, hardly a pillar of your community. This new revelation means that if Winnie wants to get back home,
I have to kill my own dad? Correct.
Fucking Chris.
Copy of your dad is what I'd say.
That's right. They set a trap for David at the movie theater, but a surprise appearance from Robbie and Darla ruins their best laid dummy plans. David shows up while they're distracted and stabs Gal in the back, bringing this universe's cool lesbian ant count to 0. That's not enough cutting for him, so he cuts the lights next. Winnie uses her camera flash to make her way through the theater, catching snapshots of the action as she goes. David uses the light from the camera flash to camera slash Darla and Robbie in some difficult to see kills. Come on, movie. I want to look at carnage. Bernie fiddles with the fuse box and gets the lights back on, just in time for Winnie to escape David's clutches. She runs to the lobby and waits for him to round a corner. When he does, Winnie greets him with a bit of holiday spear.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's hard shopping for your parents. At least she was able to figure out exactly what to get him. With the patricide pageant complete, Winnie and Bernie head back to the bridge and stand under the aurora. Bernie confesses that before Winnie showed up, this was going to be her last Christmas. But meeting Winnie made her want to keep living.
I wasn't Clarence. You were?
It's a real sweet moment. The two exchange a tearful hug, and
it's all
there's
gonna be
definitely
okay.
a vibe. Where's some mistletoe when you need it?
Everyone pretty much is gay in this movie.
Winnie wishes for things to go back to the way they were, but nothing happens. Sorry, Winnie. Guess you killed your dad for nothing. Back to plan A. Time to kill Henry Waters. Again. In the town square, Waters is holding some weird Christmas assembly where he sorts the citizens into naughty and nice groups. Only stepping on Santa's turf. Brother Buck has been naughty, and not in the way that you'd expect.
Sheriff Buck here. Put in for a transfer.
In Angel Falls, being naughty doesn't mean a lump of coal.
What does that mean?
It means getting stabbed in the throat in a public execution that's strung up as a Christmas tree topper. Dude looks ready to invest in a fancy restaurant. Nobody but Winnie and Bernie seems to give a shit, though. They'll just stand there and watch with Village of the Damned Eyes. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Henry Waters has mind control powers all of a sudden? I guess Winnie's presence was the only thing holding back his latent psychic abilities. Metaphorically, Waters has taken control of these grieving people in a vulnerable state, just like many a grifter before him. It's something that was foreshadowed by Roger Evans earlier.
Why do you want to turn them into your drones?
And in another somewhat random late game reveal, Waters tells Bernie that he fucked her mom? What a barbarian. His drones pull her and Winnie up on stage, but as he gears up for a big speech, Bernie rings his bell so hard and Angel gets their wings. He tries some more of his Xbox Live material.
Ooh, you like it rough, huh? Just like your mom.
But that just makes Winnie and Bernie beat the shit out of him some more.
Yes!
They throw him into the
And
crowd
no one's even
where he's
stopping.
robbed by his constituents, Dawn of the Dead style. But that's not the end of the Waters line just yet.
You dumb little sluts. You just made my naughty list.
Probably should have checked that list twice because Bernie stabs him in the gut, breaking his spell over the townspeople.
And what? Again?
Yeah, sure, okay. Now that Waters has gotten his shit rocked around the Christmas tree, the Aurora glows bright green again, full of enough murderous magic to send Winnie back home. The girls kiss goodbye beneath the glowing night sky, which wasn't originally scripted.
It was
Really
scripted
now?
at the end when we go back into the regular reality from the alternate reality that we hug.
But as the two actors began working together, Jane Widdop and Jess McLeod both agreed the characters had a romantic relationship.
We could just tell, like it was more.
Okay.
There was romance
all
there.
right.
And if anybody else had been cast as Bernie, it just wouldn't have worked.
Director McIntyre picked up on their chemistry, and it all snowballed from there to give us this climactic kiss. Aw, that's
So
nice.
be it.
When he wakes up in bed wearing the pink tracksuit, she's back home, and she's so thrilled, she's not even bothered by the knowledge that her dad is one family tragedy away from becoming a serial killer. Even though we're back in the big truck timeline, her parents are for some reason
Screw
no
the
longer
big
douchey.
truck.
In fact, they've gotten her a new camera for Christmas. Really should have led with that instead of the tracksuit. Whitney's elated until she remembers Bernie and her not-so-merry Christmas plans. She runs to her house and bangs on her door and is relieved when a still-living Bernie answers it. Somehow, Bernie remembers everything that happened in the other Angel Falls. Does that mean Bernie Prime got poofed away or something? How does this make sense?
I don't
think it
know.
does, but fuck it. Merry Christmas, y'all, and to all a good knife. How many Angel Falls townsfolk got Christmas slain? I forgot to come up with a to the numbers bit again.
It's fine, James.
Oh, great Aurora in the sky. I wish I had never started doing these couch gags in the kill count.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? All of our subs came from to the numbers bits?
Oh,
Okay,
gee.
I'll do them. I'm sorry, Clarence. I learned my lesson. Doing it now.
Oh, no.
Between the two timelines, 14 people died in It's a Wonderful Life.
Good
The
freaking
victims
Lord.
consisted of 10 men and 4 women, a more than 2-to-1 ratio of dudes. We've seen this count in
With one of those kills actually being a double-double.
breakdown in 3 other movies, including 2 Thanksgiving-themed ones. That's kind of weird. With a
That is
runtime of
kinda
87
weird.
minutes, we had a kill on average every 6.21 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Henry Waters, the first time. Jumper cable
yeah.
electrocution isn't the craziest thing I've ever seen, but killing the killer 15 minutes in is pretty shocking. Pun intended. Dull Machete for latest kill
Pun.
goes to Robbie and Darla, since I couldn't really see what was happening. Guess I can always check the pictures. And that's it. It's a Wonderful Knife was released in 2023 to mixed reviews, but hey, like I
I can
said, I
understand
think
that.
it's a nice cheesy addition to Christmas horror. Until next week, I'm James H. Denise. This has been the Kill Count.
Alright, everyone, well, before we end out today's episode, let's see what will be on the docket for next week's Kill Count.
Kill count.
Oh, it's gonna be Overdrive Maximum. This is actually pretty good. And with already knowing what it is, all I can say is I recommend it, Google where to watch it, and be surprised when you don't get an answer as to why the vehicles are now suddenly alive. But anyway, folks, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original will be in the description below, and I'll see all of y'all next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.